Okay, so I'm going to give you some of the feedback that I have when I drive this Evo 10. So basically I just got it last week, and then I've drove around for a few days. So let's go. So one thing when you first drive the car, you'll notice depending on what car you have driven before, the newer cars, the steering is all very light. However, for this, I think the steering is a little what word should I use? Stiff. Maybe it's a bit stiffer in that sense. Don't get me wrong, it's not no good. In fact, I find that this steering feel is much better. I think 2023 in Singapore, you want to buy this car, right? 20 over 25 at least, 25k debris. For me, why I decided to come with this is because I mean it's the last one, right? The last Evo. So you know, if not now, then when, right? So this car, I think that the difference for this car, I mean I'm driving an SST, right? So it's I think it has only 6 gear. So compared to my previous car, right? So I was driving 535, 8 gear. Most of the time I don't go past, I don't know, not even 3 or 4,000 RPM. But for this car, it goes to the 6th gear very fast. And yeah, based on what I know is that you have to pull the RPM to very, very high. So it just takes some getting used to. But the car is, I would say the pull is a bit crazy. Normally at the lower end, the pull is quite strong. Definitely much more than what you need in Singapore, I would say. So you can see the bonnet, right? I think maybe due to the heat, it somehow cracks a little. I need to go and get that settled. And over here, the rod bent and came out. So I don't know if I can settle this. It's scared. So it's even loose. It came out already out of the lip. So I'm not sure if I can settle this. I cannot remove this because then you will see like one big hole over there. Looks ugly, but I need to get this settled. So I just went for a servicing. So you might be thinking, maybe for a BMW, right? Because my previous car was a BMW, that will be more expensive. But then you are wrong. Of course, the oil that we use maybe is a bit different in that sense. So I was using maybe like Moto, Castrol oil, right, for the BMW. So I went and got a HKS oil for this car. So previously, I think you'll be expect to pay maybe 180 to 200 plus for a 3-liter BMW servicing. So for this, it's a 2-liter, right? 2-liter 4-cylinder JDM. I thought it would be cheaper, but then it came out to around 300 plus. So I don't know. It's just some of the maintenance costs. Every 5,000 you need to change the oil. So now I'm just like driving around aimlessly, right? Trying to give you a feel. I mean, just describe like what this car is. I mean, it feels like and things like that. But one thing, oh my goodness, one thing for sure, this car is crazy stiff, crazy stiff. The suspension is also a HKS, a Hypers Max, or I don't know what. I haven't figured that out yet. So I would say the suspension. I'm not sure is it the suspension, because I heard originally this car it's also quite stiff in its original form. So yeah, very stiff, but it improves the handling. The handling is crazy for this car. The previous BMWs that I had, all rear wheel drive, the driving feel is very nice, but rear wheel, sometimes in the rain, right, the traction might not be as good. When compared to this, right, in the rain, people would think like the Evo maybe very difficult to handle and things like that, but I would say it's quite daily drivable. I think the only thing that maybe people are not very happy about is my neighbors, because I stay in a HDB, right, multi-story car park, enclosed. So the exhaust, sometimes I think maybe it gets a little bit on people's nerves. So overall, I would say, one week of driving with this car, I think it's okay. Definitely wife not very happy because of the harsh ride and the noise. Basically the exhaust, she don't really like the exhaust, a bit too noisy for her liking. But then no choice, I told her like once in a lifetime, right? If you don't drive the Evo now, it's not coming out anymore, and I think this is like a 15 years old car. Do you want to buy it when it's 20 years old or 25? I don't know. I think we are all going, Singapore is moving to electric. Moving into the electric cars right now. So this is really like the last of the the old school JDM. Another thing, the fuel consumption. Crazy small fuel tank. When it blinks, I go and pump, maybe it's 38-40 liters or so. And then I have to pump like, I don't know, every 3 to 4 days. And another thing I need to get used to this, right, is the turning radius. So the turning radius for this car is so small, right? You really need 3 lanes to make a U-turn. 2 lane, no way that's gonna happen. So if it's 2 lane, you need to make the U-turn, you will turn, and then you need to reverse and turn again. So you just need to get used to that if you want to drive this Evo. Other than that, I would say I'm quite happy with the car. Hopefully I can keep this for a long time. I'm not sure like what is the maintenance cost for this. My intention earlier on was to change the SST gearbox oil, but then the workshop told me that it's not necessary to change the SST, because I think this car has already been all along has been serviced at Garage R. So he said not now. So okay lah. I think I'm not sure how much is it. Maybe I heard it's not very cheap. Maybe close to 1,000 to change the SSD oil. So yeah, no need to change for now. I did this, what was that? The door, right? Okay, some of the things that we can see. So you see right over here, the other time when somebody want to close my door. So there's no way to close the window for this. So this is just one of the things that is, shows the age of the of the car. It can only be closed on the left, so people can only go in from my car from the left. Wiper gave me a bit of sound. Have not checked if it's good. I told him that if it was bad, he should change. So he changed it. So I'm going to assume that it's bad lah. Another thing is, this car is a bit old. So no navigation, no Apple CarPlay. So I just have to use my phone right on the side, and it's a small phone. So, but I think it's more than sufficient to navigate my way around. I mean, I've been using it for a few days. Yeah, it works. I mean, there's a lot of gadgets in this car, right? That I have no idea like what the heck is all these gadgets for. So maybe I will take a video of like what's all these gadgets, how to play all these gadgets, right? And those that know maybe can, hopefully advise me. So this car was originally, I think, white. The first owner actually sprayed it to like red, orange kind, and then the previous owner before me actually go and wrap the car to I don't know why this color lah. A bit of like caramel white and stuff like that. So I have no idea if I want to keep this wrap or do I want to remove the wrap. But I mean, the risk is that if you remove the wrap and then the paint actually gets damaged, and then I have to spray again. Another thing is that I can remove the wrap, spray to another color, and then go and polish and ceramic coat the car again. But I mean, all these crazy costs. Okay, I guess that's all I have to say about the car. I think it's overall, I would say it's if you can tolerate going to the petrol kiosk every other day. Yeah, I would say this car is quite daily drivable in that sense. And then yeah, I think I already have a few cars lined up where I will give some thoughts on the car, and then maybe I think some of the cars that I'm going to review, they are for sale. They consign with somebody else. I don't do consignment. I just like to drive their car, see what they do to the car, and I don't know, if you guys like it, you all can just contact them directly. Alright, peace out.